Hello and welcome to today's session. Today's session is a lower body strength session. Now, the equipment you'll need, in addition to the usual mat, dumbbells and water, you're going to need a sofa, side of a sofa or some kind of bench because we're going to do elevated glute bridges. And you're also going to need something small to raise your heels on for elevated heels elevated goblet squats. So that might be something like a yoga block if you've got one, or it could be a hardback book or two, something that's sturdy that you're not going to damage, okay? If you haven't got these things, it doesn't matter, you can do it without, okay? So do pause the video if you need to gather any of those. And now we are going to warm up. So feet underneath the hips, lengthen the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Take your arms up to your ears, circle them around and down. Find that rib to hip connection. Find that crown of the head lengthening the whole body up towards the ceiling. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Down onto your mat for cat-cow. So knees underneath hips, wrists underneath shoulders, long spine. Back of the head is the highest point. Take a breath in. As you exhale, tuck your tailbone, draw your belly button up to the spine and flex through into your cat. Then send your head and tailbone away from each other through your neutral into your extended cat. And again. So flexing the spine through neutral into extending the spine, shoulder blades down the back. And again. And lengthen away. Good. 3 to go here. And 2. Last one. And rest. Turn yourself over onto your back. And we're going to do some glute bridges. So knees bent, feet on the floor, arms down by your side. Squeeze your glutes, lift your hips up and then lower them back down. Press the feet into the floor as you lift and lower. Feel that posterior chain working from your heels through your calves, particularly your hamstrings and your glutes. Try and keep your knees in line with your hip bones and your ankle bones. Driving up, warming up this movement that we're going to do today quite a bit. And let's go for 3 more. 2. Last one. And down you come. Sit yourself up and come up to standing. Okay, we are going to pop the feet underneath the hips. We're going to lengthen the spine up to the ceiling. You're going to lift up onto all 10 toes. Find your balance. Lower your heels down, little half squat and standing and up. We're warming up this squat movement, which again, we're going to be using today. We're challenging our feet as well, the dexterity in our feet, ankles, toes, and our balance as well. Good. 3 to go. 2. Last one. And rest. Okay, let's come into circuit 1. So we've got our elevated glute bridge, we've got a staggered stance RDL, and we've got a heels elevated goblet squat. So for our elevated glute bridge, you will need your sofa or your bench. Now this really needs to be stable and not going to move, okay? So I'm going to use this and it's pushed up against this sofa, which is really heavy. If you use a sofa that's against a wall, that would be very good, but it's got to make sure it doesn't slip and slide. You need 1 dumbbell. Okay. You're going to come and sit on the floor and you've got your upper back against your sofa or your bench, okay? You're going to get your dumbbell and you're going to pop it on top of your pelvis and your hips like this. Feet flat on the floor. I'm just going to move my mat slightly. So my shoulder blades are on the mat. My shoulder blades are on the sofa or the puff, bench, whatever you're using. You're going to squeeze your glutes. You're going to lift up into a hip thrust and then lower back down. As you go back, eye line goes up to the ceiling. So no strain in the neck. Good. 3. We're going for 10 here. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one. 10. And rest. Okay. Dumbbell down on the floor, stand up, and then move that dumbbell out of the way. So we've got staggered stance RDL. So you need 2 dumbbells. Stay facing the front. I'm going to stand side on. So feet underneath the hips, dumbbells in front of the legs, soft bend in the knee, core engaged. Actually, we're going to stand, take one step back, half step back, sorry, with the left leg. I'm just about to do a regular RDL, not a staggered stance, my mistake. Right, so rib to hip connection. Slide the dumbbells down the leg and then squeeze that right glute to come up. So it's my left leg that's back to start with. 2, 3, 4, 5. So guys, 80–90% of my weight is on the front leg. 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, last one, and 10. Step forward with the left leg, half a step back with your right leg. Soft bend in the knees, core engaged, we hinge, we're shutting the door with our back side. We come back up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, last one, rib to hip connection, ladies, and rest. Okay, dumbbells down. So heels elevated goblet squat. So this is where you're going to need your yoga block or your hard back book. And again, you need to make sure you're going to put it somewhere where I'm going to use the book actually, where it's not going to slip, okay? Very important. If you haven't got anything like this, you just do it normally. We've done this one lots of times. So you need 1 dumbbell. You're going to pop your fingers and thumbs around the head of the dumbbell. Your heels are going on your elevation. So whether that's your yoga block or your book, or if you've got a plate, like a weight plate, that would also work. Again, if you haven't, it's just feet on the floor like this, okay? So from here, take a breath in. Exhale, down we go. Drive up, squeeze the glutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job, ladies. Okay, dumbbell down. Move your book out the way. Right, round 2. 1 dumbbell. If you've got heavier dumbbells, you might like to try it for the elevated glute bridge because your glutes are super strong. You'll be pleasantly surprised that you can actually do it. Right, So dumbbell, we're going to hold it on top of the hips. Shoulder blades are supported on your sofa or your bench. As you drive up, the head goes back. 1, 2, press the feet into the floor. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10, and down. Okay, dumbbell to the side, standing up, dumbbell out the way. 2 dumbbells needed for staggered stance RDLs. Okay, so starting right leg forwards, left leg half a step backwards, dumbbells in front of you, rib to hip connection, slide down, hinge, drive back. 1, 2, 3, 4, keep that core engaged. 5, don't let that upper back collapse and round. 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10, great, change legs, ready to go. 1, 2, drive forward, squeeze that left glute. 3, as you come up to standing. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one coming up. 10, and rest. Right, 1 dumbbell down, the other one on the floor in preparation. Pick up your book, your block if you're using one. Okay, heels on the block, toes on the floor, holding your dumbbell to your chest. We're going to squat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, 10, and rest. Okay, dumbbell down, block or book out the way, coming into final round. So 1 dumbbell, heavy dumbbell if you've got one, and if you're comfortable using it. Come and sit on the floor. Arrange yourself so you've got your shoulder blades on your sofa or your block. Dumbbell up and onto your hips. You hold it in place. Feet hip width apart on the floor. And we're going to drive up with the glutes. The head it stays in line. So eye line up to the ceiling. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. All right, down you come, rest, dumbbell to the side, stand up, and then we need 2 dumbbells. I'm dropping weight slightly for this. Okay, staggered stance, RDL. So right leg forwards, left foot back, half a step. Core engaged, slide down the leg. 1, hinging with the back and the hips. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, shutting that back door. with your backside. 7, 8, 2 more. 9, last one. 10, good job. Change legs. Shoulders back and down. Core engaged. Soft bends in the knees. The bend doesn't change shape as you slide down and drive up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that core engaged, ladies? Rib to hip connection. 6, 7, 8, 9. Good job. Last one. 10 and rest. Okay. 1 dumbbell down. 1 dumbbell ready. And we're going to get our block, or our book if you're using that. Move that out the way. Okay. Heels on the block, or on the floor, dumbbell into the chest. Chest proud. Off we go. Send that bottom down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, and 10. Well done, ladies. Pop your dumbbell safely to the side. Move your block out the way if you've been using one. Grab yourself some water. Whew. Okay, no time for a finisher today. Maybe you'll be pleased to know. Right, let's come and cool down. So let's come onto our knees. Right leg forwards. Square yourself off. Hip flexor stretch. Careful you don't banana the back, so keep that rib to hip connection here. And then come out of the stretch. And then again, opening up this front of the left thigh here. And change sides. Nice, excellent. Come and lie down on your back, figure of 4 stretch. Right leg over left, either holding here or bringing the left leg off the floor with the hands behind the left thigh. And then change legs. And then lower those legs down. Carefully bring yourself to sitting, and then carefully up to standing, taking your time, making sure you don't feel lightheaded. And we're going to finish with a hamstring stretch. So right leg forward, left leg back. And then change. And rest. And thank you ever so much. Thanks for joining me. You are all done. If you've enjoyed this session and you'd like to take your training to the next level, you might like to consider upgrading to the premium tier in school, where you'll find the 12-week program, 3 sessions a week, lower body, upper body and core, Pilates library, lots more. Hope to see you there. Thanks again for joining me and have a great day.